Hello, everybody. Welcome along to our Hindsight Podcast Studios. I am UB, and so doing of it. And on this humble countdown show of ours, we've got three gentlemen to repeat the countdown of many genres, starting off with, the Twitter Sugar Daddy and everyone's not favorite podcaster, but a double award-winning podcaster, Mr. IBK Sports. Next up, the man who makes a great impact off the bench is Falan Adini, who is always ever reliable. Falan, it's good to see you here. I heard you jumped 3 buses to make it to the podcast today, so it's a show of commitment in many ways. Last but not the list is a man who's a certified noun music and R, even though he didn't accept the tag, but he's now fully accepted. Off the back of last week's viral content, Mr. Olakunle Rufai. Gentlemen, good to see everyone here on the podcast. IBK, how are you?
I did good though. I think that we need to find a way to give Rufai his our flowers go talk him.
No, Rufai,
because that video, I don't mean they even to enter me. Rufai, you say Shayo the year, that's just turn the light to blue light. Finish. Club don't start.
You know that Jay-Z,
that's just me hype man. Finish.
You know that Jay-Z gift that people use where if somebody's playing a jam, they use it as that's a jam. Jay-Z wearing the transparent glasses, like bumping his head to the jam, like
Somebody say right out at the club. Crazy stuff, man. But that was really good. Shout out to everybody. For us, we try to. We have a great. I say that too many times, but I think we have a great community, and we just try to show you people what we do on a normal day, and that was really cool. How are you, man? What's good?
Yeah, doing well. Lagos is an extreme sport.
Yeah.
If you submit a CV and they see you live in Lagos, that's enough ground to hire you.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. Saturday, by the way, last week Saturday, I had my first vendor's job, as drink vendor for a wedding.
Oh, that's nice.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant. I love it.
You were a drinks vendor at the wedding.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
So the guy told me he's doing just 300 people. 300 strictly by invitation. But at the end of the day, we had about 500. I can't read it. If you can't tell people say 300, what do you do?
But you drink rich.
You drink that. Yeah. We made sure the drink went around.
Yeah. Profits made.
Definitely.
Yeah. Love it.
I celebrate you.
I think I respect
proud of you,
business people in Lagos. In
Nigeria.
Nigeria.
What did you just say?
Said I'm proud of you, man. It's not easy.
Yeah.
You be my papa.
Yeah.
Wait, they're proud of me.
But that's really good. What's going on, man?
I mean, look, like Nee said.
I like the purple shirt, the pink shirt.
Yeah.
Or is it a if you don't call it pink, you call it
This is pink now.
Hold on a sec. Peach, no?
Peach.
Nah, this is not peach,
not
right?
pink.
This is
Not
pink.
pink. Not pink.
Oh, this is pink.
That's peach. That's peach.
That's peach, actually.
That's peach. That's peach.
Man, I don't know. We can't ask Wale because we know he's
no.
Yeah. Wale.
It's funny, right? And I've said this, right? Wale is an incredible editor because to surpass the challenges of Wale is colorblind along the spectrum, along the lines of
like you can't
green
see well
and
too.
yellow, right? Green and yellow. So I hope I got that correctly, yeah. So early on the podcast when we started editing the podcast, me and Wale would go back and forth, right? Back and forth all the time. Wale, you had the color wrong. You had the color wrong. In fact, if you go back down to the posts on Instagram, you would find our house color, right, is yellow and black. You would find some green and black, and that was all when it just figuring it out. I mean, before he told me, I was like, "This one they try me, or is it crazy?" Yeah. So he was saying it's one green and yellow socks, but that's really cool. But great stuff.
So
I mean, it's cool. It's cool that you've overcome that to because I mean you still color grade for documentaries. That's amazing, right? That's amazing. Someone said this week that say my destiny helper. If I locate you by myself,
go fight.
You won't
have a serious conversation.
You won't like
you guys go look for one like this. So.
Bro, someone say they carry you go hospital, they find bed, we get socket for the side.
You never already
You never
already collect treatment.
Already. But while I'm here,
if they carry you go ICU, you sure you can find something.
While I'm here,
I see you save now socket on you now.
While I'm
Now
here.
when they go plug around the bed. I see you now socket on you now.
No, the problem is if through it as they carry you the enter.
Unless if you want come oxygen on.
If they
Put
carry
your phone.
that's why
Run up.
if they carry you to enter ICU, you call the 5 socket. There's a book come on, you carry you go jail.
I know
Because
why.
that's why you go come on, person oxygen this and that because you want plug phone.
Plug phone. You get. Maybe for next year they will take the hair right. No, but you know, this week has been interesting. And I don't know if it's been just my observation, but it's been a funny week or month for aviation, right? Where I think we had a plane crash in the US.
Yeah.
Everybody survived.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right?
more or less didn't crash, but almost.
Yeah. No,
It crashed. It crashed.
Yeah,
It
from-
crashed
yeah.
actually. It crashed.
And again, this is these things touch my heart, you know, when I see them, because a plane is one of the most delicate things. I think it's the greatest invention ever made.
Yeah.
Right.
Fact.
By man.
Fuck.
You know, I think that just
One of, right?
I think for me the greatest invention is
Okay.
the aeroplane. I don't think that there's anything you can imagine.
I think for number one, internet will
Internet
rival it.
internet on airplane.
Internet will rival it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Internet will rival it. Yeah. Because it's funny. We'll speak about that later. But it's last year when the deep sea internet
happened.
cables cut. I studied computer science and IT, so I'm aware of how the world is interconnected. But I was just surprised to see how many people.
You want to talk?
No, he study waiting. Carry CV, carry computer science CV go now. He say he study.
I just.
Wow, you don't pass that level already.
Well, not about aviation. Make I land,
You
right?
book computer for your brother. I said, when I get your first point.
Make I land.
They make you write code. They make you write code. You go write
We don't need to write codes anymore now. There is.
You go have booking code.
Bro, that one enter. No. Good stuff.
I don't even think I'm good at
This
that.
guy don't bet go fast.
Don't be lying, man.
Not too bets.
You need go therapy. You are gone. You are lost, bro. Like, but in the end, right? I just realized that period, a lot of people didn't realize that. A lot of people just thought that, oh, the phone, as you get phone, you can just connect to internet now. You know? People didn't realize how the world works. But speaking of aviation and going back to it, you know, I saw a tweet that reminded me about something. He said, it is now socially acceptable, you know, again, to clap when the plane lands.
Yep.
Someone replied and said, once again, Nigerians have been ahead of the curve.
Yep.
You know, I always tell people, look, don't be ashamed of your culture. You know, there is nothing to be ashamed. Some things,
Except some
things are wrong.
Yeah, some are
But
backward.
you see, that thing where when a plane lands, if people are clapping, play, join your hands and clap.
Landing is very
It's not a
difficult.
small thing to be
Very,
in the
very
air,
difficult.
Look,
Yeah.
right? 30,000
At
feet
that
off
speed.
and
All I
come
can
down
say-
and land.
Bro, at that
all I can
speed.
say, all I can
Honestly,
say is,
right.
this is what happens when the plane flipped over. Obviously, now, if you've been in a plane, you can think of you can imagine how horrific it would be for a plane to flip over. I am upside down. I can't even imagine.
But they were lucky because what I would say is that is because it's not as if the issue was coming when they were, you know, airbound. So it was just more like them landing. So imagine when you are airbound and you realize that one engine is gone. Waiting you go do for down.
I know that.
You don't need go deep.
I
I don't show you a patient license anymore.
don't understand.
So I mean I feel say they were even luckier because the plane don't even dig down, it don't dig ground already.
In my
I don't even know make sense. So
Grow-
cross fire.
The thing burst fire
It's
now.
both fire now, yeah. Growing up, when me and my bosom friend would say, every time we speak about tragedies and things like that, when we want to explain it, we say, no use the word, say, in case you did it, use X, in case Mr. X did it.
In case the person did
Even for that example, I know one did it.
Even for that example, I don't want did it. You get
Say, just imagine say you know you pour now.
no.
For this your example, so I know one person will
If the person
relax. If the person pour now,
If the
or if
person
the
pour
person
now.
don't get money now.
I beg. Now from clap down this time. I beg. But
He say he say the tongue is very powerful.
Very powerful.
Know what you they do.
warn yourself, relax, right? But you know what's great Valentine's week? and lots of interesting memes I saw. One of which was say I know they ride well now. Why ride and no call on that? Yeah. I was like, man.
See, make I tell that something.
Nigerians.
What the fuck?
Make I tell that something. You see that line where that guy just writes to?
Bro, that guy don't think.
Even as in a normal life.
That guy don't think.
Flesh and blood.
You don't
Flesh
go
and blood
deep,
did not reveal that shit to that guy. See, bro, I am telling you. And you know, when you talk about this thing, the proper clapback they want to give you is how you take no. You don't sleep with all the girls in the country. But the reality is, say, I never sleep with all the girls in the country, but I dey hear this my guy man, they talk the same thing. This guy man, they talk the same thing. This guy man, they talk the same thing. He must be that.
You know,
average. The average.
You know,
because
right. You can't expect
like say,
rider.
truly knows I be right.
They play.
Yeah, you know, you didn't expect rider. How you expect rider?
You understand? Una knows I be right.
You didn't ride well. You get.
Yeah.
But it's a Nigerian problem anyways. That's when you
I
talk.
don't understand.
It's a national. It's a pandemic.
National grid. It's a national grid.
It's a pandemic.
It's a pandemic. I have to.
Because as this
Even-
guy talk am now,
even
I know
OS.
fit talk saying they lie. You know fit talk saying they lie.
Even-
You know fit talk saying they lie.
Even
Well, you think conversation a lie or not true?
you know the funny thing.
That's how make you go die.
You know the funny thing, bro.
Well, I don't know if you confirm.
Answer me tell
Bro.
I don't know
that.
if you confirm. Now your house you go come dey
Even
sleep.
even OS,
DJ, please.
even OS, we still carry am as job. There no still stability, right?
You get.
But I be get this one.
Which one? Now you know what thing they talking.
No.
Wale, you
Nah,
talk
OBS for NYC camp.
Eh?
Now OBS. Someone said, say God remove my ribs, create you. I know vex. Now remove clothes, make I see what you God create. Don't worry.
I don't know. See, like see, you cannot be normal. I mean, with that meme community where you did, you guys add me, maybe they smoke out together.
But
they're very,
you can't be Christians.
but they're very logical thing now. They're very logical thing.
If you listen well.
Well.
You get, you
Yeah.
come my house, okay, I give you food stuff. Now you don't cook finish. Make
Yeah.
I observe the food. Because
You know, Christian, make
make I OBS the food now. How far?
you don't make sense. You understand? You know. So I told you baby to make fruit salad for me. You know, she get my and tell me say guys don't finish. Say Chi baby, I better drop my key. If I don't do it again, I mean,
You need gas to do
And
salad.
she go come for you, where?
I mean, you know, before I call, I
You
mean,
see that? You know that time where you know that Halloween time where Diddy dress as Joker.
Yeah.
Remember that Halloween?
Yeah.
And then later on,
I think he did Batman one time as well.
yeah. Then later on, they come before this case called Cobot. So I saw a clip recently where somebody played back the video of when he dressed as the Joker. So this guy was saying, bro, if you live in LA, you know Diddy kills Halloween. You
Yep.
know, hires cameras, everything on the road just to have like that full Joker scene.
Yeah.
So they come play the clip which where Diddy they gets confrontation with one guy. Where did he come say, you know, come to the after party and change your vibration? I can't go in the comment section. People call it a conversation was fine. He said, bro, come to the after party and change your vibration. It's crazy work. Because now we don't know what to do.
Change your vibration.
Say, bro, then they change your vibration.
Bro. You see,
Bro, I laugh what that come on my eye. Say, pull up to the after party.
one of the funniest things is when you make a comment now on social media, you have to think about the possible ways it can be twisted in the future.
Bro,
Yeah.
it can be twisted.
I'm telling you, man. It's crazy. You know, I saw one that really, it was Valentine's week, so these things were flying. So I get 4 months, you know, inside that your 1 year anniversary. You know, when I enjoy it. So I get 4 months inside there. But the one that really caught me, and I just to wrap it up, was so I left home, you know, to
Get that.
I don't know because like say
Bro, that's
No, I don't hear her well.
no, no, I get 4 months.
You know, say, yeah, and baby, they celebrate 1 year.
Yeah, that's it.
But that guy, they tell you, say, I'm inside that 1 year. I get 4 months.
I get 4 months.
Now I hear where they do so. Technically, now like 6
like
months. 6, 7 to 8.
You know, if you're being
Because-
very optimistic, you
I have
months. You get, you know. Someone say,
man.
you play game with him, babe. You know, Valentine's Day, and he play game. He can say, say this nah. Say this player, baby, say, that's Carvajal now. He say, Carvajal.
How is this how we pronounce that?
You sabi. You don't can't even talk Carvajal. You say Carvajal.
You know Carvajal.
You dey cheat, definitely. You dey cheat.
Pronounce that well.
You dey cheat.
How you know Carvajal?
We need to have a conversation.
Even some men, we don't know
That's how
Carvajal.
we pronounce
Like Carvajal, they call that.
Yeah, now, we need to have a conversation.
You get Carvajal.
Ah, you dey cheat. You dey cheat for sure.
Don't do that, man.
They say when you go your babe house, you just on TV. You just say the thing just bring PS5.
Die.
What's going on
You
here?
get PS5.
You go first cry first.
You the game.
Tears go just come off your eyes. Sharp.
You go have to go out.
Sharp.
I don't see the play game.
Sharp.
Yeah. But lots of interesting events in Valentine's Day, and I would know, right? Someone said I left home to feed home. I was like, I want to cook rice. You know? Bro. So this is a meme, but I understood it in a funny way. Right? Now meme obviously. Say you leave home to come on. You leave home.
Yes, now.
You don't run cook
The
rice.
truth be say, no kill yourself.
Yeah, that's the understanding.
Everybody go survive.
That's
yes,
yeah, because life go. See, it's even very scary. It's like people
Yeah.
go move on. Like say, cause and you can't blame them. They shall go. They
Yeah.
just live their life.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, I know. As I save money, I know even reach. As I save money, you never reach 24 hours. You know, before the money don't they save me back.
Yes.
You know this country, they bro. Say,
Stop.
Make I save this
Stop.
one.
You come out and
You
save
don't even
yourself.
reach the money they save you again.
Life first finish first. Life go just finish because might come out 20K from that.
That's savings.
Ah,
You know,
it's not easy. It's
wrong
not easy
was-
for
wrong
you.
was it
For a man, it's not easy,
You know.
bro. We did
But
try.
one of the most interesting things I saw this week actually was it's a town in Germany. It's called Fugere. They say rents haven't gone up since 1521 actually. Right.
Crazy
This
stuff.
actually busted my head. Right.
No allow Nigerians here.
Because
Why?
apparently
Is
it
there a
said,
reason for that?
it's located in Augsburg, in the world's oldest social housing complex, and has charged an annual rent of only $0.92 since its founding in 1521. Like the house rents have not gone up.
Crazy stuff.
This is crazy. This is crazy. And
Crazy stuff.
I know a man in Lagos actually that has a house in Ebutemeta. He hasn't raised the rents for maybe 20 years.
20
Yeah, I heard that
years.
story too.
I know the one I know.
But
there's
the
a
one
friend
where I
of
know
mine-
the man don't die, sha.
There's a
But the
friend
man
of
telling
mine-
children.
There's a friend of mine inside that OPK estate that stays inside that OPK estate where the guy has like multiple. The guy has like of those houses. The guy has like maybe like 12 or more inside that estate, all around. And I think my friend has stayed there maybe up to 10 years or close to 10 years. The guy has not raised the rent once. Wow, once.
Incredible, man.
Where in
Like-
Opic? Sparkling Estate or where?
I don't
I
know.
think it was Akin that was saying it. I think I was reading on Akin Labi's tweet and he
Yeah.
was saying that he has realized that in the end, house rent is more of you paying back to the society, like trying to help people out of not having a house.
Oh,
Like
you said that?
yeah, I
Not
saw
not
but
necessarily-
because he
it's
said
not
he
necessarily
said
to make profit.
yeah he said he has some houses that is for rent, but realizes that in
There's
the
really
end
nothing that comes
there's
from
really
it.
nothing that comes
Oh,
from
okay.
it.
I get why you said. I get why
Yeah,
you said
so he said now he has I think delved into what the service department, shortlet, and the rest.
that's
Oh,
a more.
I need to call him.
Yeah,
yeah.
so he
Yeah.
has
Shout
he has
to
one in
Akin Labi.
Agungi or
If
something.
that-
Shout out to
He has one in Agungi or something. So
yeah. but shout out to Egbon. Egbon made a comment on our Instagram.
he made a very insightful
very,
comment.
very insightful comment. So shout out to Egbon.
Thank you for bringing that up because
Yep,
now that I
yep.
brought it up,
Egbon, I will call you.
You need to talk.
Right. We need to listen more. Right. But someone said that I sneezed and my waist beats just bust. And someone replied on the comment on Twitter and said, "Say, babe, I even tweeted it when it happened." You understand? When
As
you did.
in,
When they structure,
Yes, now. Yes, now.
amortization payments.
Yes, now.
You don't care. I mean, say okay.
Yeah, you
When the argument bust,
you send
You don't-
message.
go, say,
Let's see how now,
I even run out now. So, Said, I said, do you still remember when I said, I was taken? They don't return me. So
Asap.
that was it. And
in case you see the available.
and that relates to me, right? And they don't return me.
They don't return you. Wale, they don't return you.
They don't return me. I did.
Free transfer.
Free transfer. Right? I mean like Pogba now. I mean like Pogba.
No transfer fee.
You can sign me anytime.
No transfer fee. That's the most
So
painful part.
let me really talk about this Valentine stuff, and
The one we don't talk
I'll not mention her name, but I think he came from a very emotional angle, and I was not expecting anything,
Right.
on that day, due to the fact that one or two things, relationship wahala, and as this country be, as they don't make an hard, even relationship self, the thing don't have fair relationship too. So I just did on my own. Person just call me say, right.
So right at the outside.
Person there.
Right
You can't.
Right.
I don't want to say it can't be me. I know nice is that level. I know nice is that level, bro. But I was surprised. Person got me a shirt and brought me food, and I don't know. She might not want animal there, but I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
That's
I really appreciate
That's a
it,
good one.
in this very cold, wicked world.
It's called lonely times.
No, this very cold,
Bro.
Oh,
You won't realize why Drake makes
Contrasting fortunes,
bro. That's Man City, Real Madrid. You get it.
Okay, why'd you send it?
Okay, you say.
Like, I don't know what that means, but it makes sense.
It means
That makes sense.
now
Yeah.
front, he turned to and now back to you.
Yes, you know when you dey reverse for one way. Now that's what it means. Basically, you get.
Oh,
But
Oh,
you know how you dey drive for express and now one way, but you dey reverse for the one way.
So
Catch you.
so
I didn't go now.
So now waiting I could tell my fellow guys with this, and including you guys on this table. I think that you should
You don't
just
do the one. You don't do the one. Way makes sense now.
You want to ask for that?
You want fool yourself.
No, they count down.
Because I want talking now. One relationship.
Make I not lie. Make I tell her the truth. If babe love you or like you, she no will give you excuse. I think that women, we are saying that women are very loyal to their feelings, and that's the truth. When a woman likes you or loves you, bro,
John
she
Doe.
would come true for you.
Okay, I promise you.
Because I want talkie.
Because I want to.
You know gonna
I'm sure
understand
they say no
that.
be talkie days.
Bro, make I boss said, bro,
Fried rice and jollof rice.
bro, as I dey chop the food like this, I just dey cry.
And Titus and beef.
As I dey chop the food, I just dey cry, bro. Because you don't.
You don't tell me they send you Valentine.
My guy will say, guy, why you dey cry?
Suffer.
Guy, why you dey cry? I say,
No.
I say, you don't go understand.
Men dey suffer.
It be like say men.
No.
It be like say men guys pick a date where men go they send each other gifts.
Brother.
Because
Oh, that's way to go now, bro.
But
That's way to go, bro.
Then show a small life. He begin there.
in all of that, right? I found a quote this week that was very, very inspirational to me. I have to look for it before we actually start. No, I guess find them. I actually have to look for it. Because no, come on, don't do this to me now.
but you say no one should handle breasts that way.
No, I swear, no one should handle breast that way, man.
PSG players, they like bread.
You know the
Die.
breast.
They have to squeeze down
How
the way
far
they like.
relax now.
Commentator say,
Network don't disappear.
commentator say, no, it can't be my phone.
That's Wale's wonderful. Producer don't sponsor.
You're trying to sabotage the show. Is that
Commentator say, and PSG now pressing breast.
Twitter, Abi? On Twitter.
Yeah, Twitter.
Ah, Jesus Christ.
Alexis, what's going on?
What's happening? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Right. I saw a post this week. No. No, you should go now.
Wetin dey do now?
Wait till there's a
Which post you see?
No,
Talk am.
I've seen it. It's fine.
I've seen it too, bro.
Right.
Which post you see? Talk am.
So this in all that's happening this week, with Valentine's, everything happening. One of the posts, and this wasn't even about. It wasn't about Valentine's or anything like that, but I could just relate to it more than anything. And it reads, "Bosha, I still did, and there shall be no compromise." You know, and you know who said it? It was Fela. You know, and I saw the quote. And it touched my soul. He just gave me.
They truly don't. They truly don't.
Yeah.
He gave me the.
If they pass through a lot,
They really don't really.
everything could be motivation.
It was. Again. You know, everything when it happened. For you know.
I'm get out with it.
But yeah,
You know,
Everything, bro.
just pop. Just talk out.
You don't carry inspiration from her.
It's too hard. I'm not gonna say no hard. Like, but shy is still there. You get.
Don't be saying no hard. Don't be saying no hard. Don't be saying this very moment.
Now you go. Yeah.
And there shall be no compromises, bro. There shall be no compromises.
You were at this street normally. Waiting concern you and coach.
Right. But no. And I saw that on Egbon's page. Ayoshana, shout out to him because
Big shout out to him.
he made a comment on a viral video, and I think that if you want to learn how to make criticism, you have to like look at people like that. And, you know, he didn't agree with a few things, but he just said, "This is what."
I even have to think a step further because why big shout out to him. I remember you and I had this conversation one time. You know how all of us now.
Well, we don't talk plenty things, bro.
You know how millennials now we grew up this whole like what we did last week with the you know
Pep.
Afrobeat intro thing,
Okay,
all that. We have these our memories of those early 2000s and what the music is and everything. But for him, that his documentary was you can have all these memories and not be able to piece it together.
Sure.
That his documentary was. I remember watching
Afrobeat.
it. Yeah, the Afrobeat Inception, whatever. I can't remember the name.
We talked about it.
He was the one
It's
that.
on his page. It's
Yeah,
on his
yeah,
backstory.
yeah.
So I remember watching it and everything just coming together and you just remembering or not knowing the backstory of something, but you just know the song at the time. So that big shout out to him because it's like for our generation, even though he's way older than us, for our generation, it's like a prized asset. You know, a documentary. Like that.
Amazing stuff actually. And we promise you the part 2 is coming, right? The part 2 of the list is coming. One of the things we learned that was that you cannot make it. It's not possible. A top 5 would simply not work. And we have a part 2 coming. So shout out to everyone who
I just give you a snippet.
made that possible, right? Thank you so much. Let's start off with that's pretty much the meme and the meme watch segment of the show. We're gonna on the pod today we'll touch base with Champions League. Obviously we'll touch base with Real Madrid and what we make of what we're looking at Man City, which we've talked about a couple of times this year. Of course, Lookman is also on our agenda as well. We would also figure out what's happening with the title race as far as Liverpool is concerned, and Barcelona. Even though I saw Lamine Yamal post on Throw Football, Maya Khalifa posted a picture, and Yamal puts 3 love struck emojis. Say,
young man,
my bro,
young man,
my bro,
relax.
Relax. So, but let's start off with Ademola Lookman, and it was one of the interesting fallouts from the Champions League this week, and I thought it was going to be difficult for them to qualify in the first place, right? But
lost the first leg.
So I haven't lost the first leg like that. But I've seen the reactions. I've seen people make the comments, and shouts to Lookman for the very precise, statements he made, and also very concise as well. That's what I was looking for. Yeah, very concise. Not a lot of drama.
You can't pick.
You can't.
No, necessarily drama. You can't
him,
fault anything and say, "Oh, you should have said this. You should have said this."
Yeah. So whether he wrote it on his own or his team, his team are they're really good.
What we've always said about.
Yeah, did good work. The PR is really good. But
I beg.
But let me make this clear. I'm not against managers calling out players. Might not be everyone's cup of tea in modern football, and I'm a bit sick of players hiding behind managers when they play badly and things like that. So I want to make that clear. But let me also say this, that there's a difference between momentarily calling out the players performance and being a bit sinister. So to paraphrase Gasperini's comments, he said, look, he's the worst penalty taker I've ever seen in my life. And when you consider a
man
manager
of
who has
60.
had 60 years,
Yeah.
has had maybe a 35-year career or something like that, those words now begin to have a bit more weight, right? When a manager says that, you have to go into a bit more of fact finding and looking at, why has he said what he has said. So here are the stats on Lookman this season as far as penalties go. 4 penalties is taking the season. He scored 4.
Yeah.
Right. So missed the 5th one from the spot. So now what made this thing more damning for me is the manager then goes on to make a comparison with another player, Retegui.
Yeah.
Who, if you check the stats, is missed 2 of his 4 penalties this season.
Yeah.
Right. Matter of fact, missed against your dear Arsenal.
Yeah.
And again, I hate to be cliche, but you go back to 2 years ago, right? Napoli and Osimhen, right? And I just realized that some things will never change. They like you when you stay humble and do their every bidding.
Yeah.
If you remember, people, and this made me think about Kante, right? And every time you see Kante's comments in the media, people talk about Kante, say he's
very humble.
He's a humble player, shy, doesn't talk. And whilst that is actually true about Kante, right, there is a reason that those words are the most dominant words that I use when describing Kante. Not necessarily his incredible talent and technique. So I said that to say that when you're a black man and you're in some places in the world, they like you when you stay humble. Because I'll make the points and I'll land the point now. The phrase that Gasperini used was he was feeling euphoric. And if I understand from my Nigerian perspective, is Babado, if he was feeling himself, so he took the penalty away from the designated penalty taker. Now, what that tells me is that the bias, it jumped out. The cynicism,
what he had
jumped out.
What's
Like,
his ad in him?
You will be say, you just because you don't win African best player, you just come out from injury,
Something we didn't
you
body
score
since.
goals, so they feel like so they like you while you're humble and not say anything. And I don't end with a tweet I saw from Vector. Shout out to V. He said I thought I was a victor, till Napoli started laughing. But make Lookman look well. This skinny shusha. And for me, that is instructive in the entire, the scheme of the conversation. And I just sensed that, okay, you go back to Papo Gomez, from 2 years ago, COVID.
Yeah.
Same manager had a problem with him. And
Yep.
according to reports, he almost got physical, right? Papo Gomez is a black guy.
No.
It's
Argentine.
Argentine, right? But the point is that this manager has I was thinking about Papis Gomez. Gomez, the guy who used to do the
Buffett's B Gomez.
Yeah, Buffett's Gomez. Yeah.
Yeah.
But this manager has a history of being intolerable with with his best players at given times. I don't know if that's a managing mechanism, but this skinny shusha just feels like I can't run away from it. I try to analyze it in every other way, and I can't run away from it.
Okay, let me just come in here. First thing first, Gasperini should know that he has spent his last 59 years being an honorable coach. You cannot have 59 years on this world as a big manager and you've not even won yourself.
I can't even 59 years as a manager. When they born up,
like you've spent 59 years, whatever year you started, being a manager or being a coach, and you've not won any trophy, shows how horrible you are
He's won something
at doing that job.
The one that you're
that's his first title.
The only person.
One
That's what I'm
one
saying.
Europa
That's
League.
59 years. That's what I'm
title.
saying. 59 years.
Yeah, but nobody has said Bonham. He just can't for a few.
The only that will not concern me. You don't know when they talk that rubbish. The only person that gave you your most prized asset as a coach, something you can sleep and brag about. Maybe after you end your career as a manager, you came at him. Like Biola Kazim said something on Twitter. He said that there are players who have earned the right against criticism.
They insulate
Like, we
just
can't-
by their performance. They've created an
especially
insulation.
from their own club.
They've created an insulation against criticism.
I remember when Jose had I don't know, something with Ronaldo when he was at Madrid.
Yeah.
You cannot come out to criticize your player.
We're talking about. If
they're
it's any
not-
other player,
Yeah, you
are looking at them and thinking, who are you? What
cannot,
have you
you
done?
cannot.
Exactly.
And,
What is Ronaldo?
And if it was that's I don't want to bring in the race card, because any sponsor they said Africans will always bring in race card. So I don't want to do that yet, because you made Papu. You said Papu Gomez, or is he Papu Gomez? He had issues with Papu Gomez as well. This guy is a white guy, so I think that is more of this man being a, how do I put it, person with the vex.
IBK,
easily.
let me say this right.
So
I
so
think-
my comments about, if you listen to how I've articulated my thoughts on the matter, I have looked. Redgrave, for example, in the Arsenal game, missed a penalty, right? That had a chance to put Atalanta ahead of the tie, in control of the tie.
Sure.
This season, he missed another chance. Just
Yeah.
not too long ago.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. There was no criticism of that.
The captain carry person, captain of the team. They punch person like they carry person for that same match.
So
See that one.
So there is, what I'm saying in essence is that you went to look for a needle in a haystack to criticize.
Yeah. So
You understand?
I totally agree with you. See, in my opinion, first
Now that
first.
makes me think that it
Yes.
has to be
First
about
things first.
the
Race.
First
race.
things first. First things first. There's no way back from here. First, in my own opinion, number one, first. He's leaving. And this guy tweeted it that even before now, they already agreed he was going to leave at the end of this summer. So the reason people will talk about, Africans bring up race all the time. Okay. Yes, he had issues with
Papu Gomez.
Papu Gomez was our most important player at the time. He was the captain. But guess what happened? They had their issues behind the scenes. Papu Gomez demanded from the authorities of the club that Gasperini apologizes. And he didn't.
Yeah.
Gasperini never made any public disparaging comments about Papu
him.
Gomez.
Yeah.
All the issues that he had with his supposed white players,
Behind.
Gasperini has never come out to say something that's belittling about any of his players. There's a reason he was comfortable to say it about Lookman.
Yeah.
And when people, I remember, I'll take it back. This is not me trying to insult club. People need to understand that there are prejudices that you have inside of you that when the occasion allows it enough, it will jump out unannounced, unconsciously. It will jump out.
Sure.
You can come and defend it later. No, I'm not even racist. We are together since. We hear you.
We hear that.
But there's a prejudice that can jump out unconsciously.
And what we're saying is that we see it.
We see it. And that's what has happened.
Yeah.
Because when you see, there is absolutely no reason. I saw people, even before Lookman, released the statement. I saw people going on about the coach has a right to criticize him. The coach,
That's crazy.
bro,
That's crazy.
there is no reason for a coach to say that about a player like Lookman in his team.
Your best player.
A top 10 player in the world.
Bro, there is nothing
Yeah.
you can tell me.
Why the point Rufai, let's wrap it up on Lookman. Why the point Rufai makes is important is about built up prejudices and off your app now. I see no
They
open,
check like
no open bets.
They check investment.
It's
In
gone.
the download
Cash out.
movie.
No open bets, bro.
Now I was just checking. I was just checking.
IBK.
This thing now really.
IBK.
I won't talk am before, but I just dey look am.
Leave am.
IBK, don't talk IBK.
They enjoy the good. They enjoy the
Right.
good. We need to enjoy the good.
But
We need now.
and I have to have his take before we wrap it up. The point Rufai makes about some things are seated inside you, they just find a way to come out.
Yeah.
Take for example, there's a reason the law enforcement, FBI and co, UCIA, if they're looking for somebody, they put a tap on your family members' lines, because in times of distress, you fall back. Human beings, you call your family.
There are things you do.
There are things you. It's
Familiar
not-
places,
familiar
familiar
places,
things you. That's
Nigeria police will not do Amsha because
Nigeria
police.
There's Sabiu.
Nigeria police where they want war. They are some of the best at tracking people.
If you go this thing, go to break down, see, But anyway, that's the point Rufai makes, and you can come out and say, oh no, it's not about that. What we saw is what we saw.
You get.
We don't even need his apology anymore.
Just small thing I go add. We know because already what everybody is saying is, oh yeah, it's always been like that. It's a hothead. We know that he's a hothead. We know all that.
Didn't they? Yeah, go for it.
But this in hothead, the question I would keep asking is, this hothead will be hothead. If Lookman, just look at Lookman with everything that he has done at Atalanta and swap him over. If Lookman was a white guy, do you honestly believe that Gasperini would make those same exact statements? Let's say he's a white Italian. Do you honestly think he will make those exact statements immediately after that game?
Yeah.
So I think the coach, very, very funny. You lost to Club Brugge first leg.
Yeah.
Second leg.
Consider 3 goals in the first half.
Someone came in, scored the
almost
first
immediately.
Goal, scored a goal that was disallowed. Then he had a penalty. And I was telling someone that can't he, is there not a way that the coach would have asked during that moment that why did Lookman take that penalty even before the press conference or whatever? And off the top of my head, I felt like he was trying to deflect, from the
many
main
things didn't go well for him.
issue your captain, just like you said, sent off in that game. Embarrassing. He wanted to throw the ball at the
That's
opponent.
what they call when man on the field.
He made sure that he got himself sent off in that game.
I get please.
I'm sure he should be banned even.
What's his name?
Toloy.
That guy, terrible player.
Exactly. But he made sure that he was sent off. So the coach probably was looking for
which makes the point.
What can I do to take the news? So now everybody, we are no longer talking about the fact that he lost to Club Brugge at home.
Yeah.
We're not talking about Lookman. In his mind, I like, I don't win. I don't win. They're not talk about the game now.
Two things, right? You are looking for a needle in a haystack. Like,
there's so many things that went wrong for you.
But it was that one you pinpointed.
So what Rufai said is, if he was a white guy, I want to take out the if from the thing, right? There were white players. There were players who had a stinker. If you want to criticize something, 1, 2, 3, plenty a day.
Sure.
Pick
your
one.
captain.
Pick one. And pick one.
Even if you mention the 3 incidents in that
then
game,
we'll know that
just Ademola look.
So I think I want to now go with the race card because I'll just give an example.
We don't go. So we don't need your own.
Wait, might just stop. This Moises Keane, is it Moises Keane or was it Moises Keane? I remember when the team won mad me that time too. I think he went to celebrate in front of Genoa fans. Like after he scored and all, they were now throwing, bananas, doing the monkey sign and all those things. Then Bonucci came out to say that the boy is the one at fault. You didn't follow that statement. Captain of the Italian national team, captain of Juventus, coming out to say something like that. So I think the country itself.
And they were team players.
The country itself, there's a problem. If they cannot do something now,
it now makes it more dire that Lookman has come out and put out a statement that it is your penalty taker. Buckled under pressure.
So, I think the guy was scared.
Sorry guys, and what I know is that before the press conference happened, it wasn't a. Let's be clear here. The press conference. Hold on. The press conference was not a flash interview.
No, it wasn't.
Right. The flash interviews happen. Hi coach, let's talk to you quickly.
Yeah,
right.
Tough you.
It could be into your contract as TV broadcasters. You have to do flash interviews. But this was a press conference that happens only after you've gone into the dressing room.
Oh, so this statement was not the interview on the
No.
It was the press conference.
Yes, now.
This is the one you sit down.
Oh,
right.
Wow.
Yes, now.
So the managers and the players go in, they have their debrief, they come out, and things like that. And you've had at the very least, 5 good minutes.
You don't even go bath. You don't go bath.
Think about to cool off a little bit and think
ask
about
more information of what happened.
So basically, why I said that is that Retegi asked for the penalty to be given to Lookman, right? So for you to twist it and say, "Oh, he was feeling euphoric," and that is a clear. You are trying to mislead.
I would love to see. I would
You
love
know,
to see what his pre-match conference for.
You will
this
never
weekend.
apologize.
What's
You
wrong?
will
That-
just know that one.
That's
You will
my
never
point
apologize.
exactly.
Just
I mean,
know
you
that.
went into the dressing room. Reteg Alpha. What happened? Why you not
Yeah.
play the penalty? And I mean give Lookman finish.
I have seen in real
But
time.
I don't think
I've
you
seen
are.
Jose Mourinho when it was at Man United. There's a penalty. Lukaku is on a goal drought, right?
Yeah, say give him, let him go.
No, actually,
Oh yeah.
Lukaku wanted to take the penalty. Jose actually from the touchline, Lukaku was maybe on a 9 game or something like that, goal drought, 7 game. Called Lukaku and told him, "Don't take the penalty.
Leave it for the penalty.
Leave it for the designated guy to take it."
Yes, now.
Right. So I mean, look, I've not worked in elite football, but I can tell that there are at least 10 other ways to deal with that situation.
Sure.
You know, and especially from a 65-year-old coach. So that's that. Anyway,
60 actually.
60-year-old
No,
coach,
no,
right. Anyway, let's get away
He said
from
no, I think,
let's get away from that, and I hope you know, Lookman look well, right? Shout out to VC.
And contract will remain 12 months
You know,
at the end of this season.
I want us to touch base with there's nothing much to say about Real Madrid, right? We would talk about them, but when I look at the City side now, and when people have won so much in their lives, and you know they've been serial winners, it is incredibly hard, and you run the risk of looking stupid to say that this run has come to an end, right? And I want to off the back of a great spirited conversation last week with Mecca, and you know Ineos here as well as Rufai. Shout out to all the guys. I want us to speak about what we're witnessing at the moment, and I think that we're looking at the end of that dominance. You know, Fergie used to popularly say, you know, football is played in cycles. You know, 3-year cycles, 4-year cycles, and you know,
You have to really,
hats off to Pep. You know, done great work, right, with City. But I think that era has come to an end. I say that because when you watch Man City normally, they go down 1 goal in the game. You know the things they do let you know that, you know, they'll come back in the game. You know, they haven't lost their confidence. You know, it is important to mention also that there's a potential, you know, the off-field problems. You know, human beings, you know, with Pep and his divorce. I think that, you know, that could have an influence, right?
Yeah.
But when I watch his body language as a coach, he's done everything. You know, he's played, you know, Stones in midfield. He's played, you know, the kid at Newcastle in DM. He's bench Haaland. He's played Mamouche.
Rico Lewis as
You
well.
know,
in
he's played
midfield.
Rico Lewis.
He's tried so many things.
And he's done everything that Pep would normally do. You know, and he would be called a genius for it.
Yep, he would.
Right. He's done everything. He's trying to be humble in the media. He's trying to be arrogant. You know, in 1 week he's won a game and said, no, he's done everything. But I also feel like, off the back of last week's conversation about the over-glorification of the manager's influence on the team. Whilst there is a place for manager's influence on the game, but I do think that you need the players are the ones that make. You just need good players.
Wait.
No, you don't talk last week. I hear what you talk
Wait,
last week.
now, this one a new conversation.
you just
Make
need
you first
good players.
understand that. Make you know things that still last conversation.
You just need good players.
Make I hear you
Because
first.
when you look at Rodri is the best CDM in the world, right?
He is.
There is a skill set that Rodri brings that, I'm sorry, the coach Pep can framework and say, look, this is how I think we should play. But ultimately, Rodri takes 10% formation and executes 90%. Right? What Pep has not said.
Fact.
Guess who takes the credit for it? Pep Guardiola.
Fact.
Right. So you go back to the boosted conversation again. Hold on.
Okay.
And you say, look, I want us to be a team that, you know, if you're running at me, you know, and you're pressing me and that kind of thing, I want to have a style that would play with personality. Like, I'm not afraid, you know, like we're like the Martians, we're in war, gladiators, that kind of thing. So you press Busquets and Busquets wiggles away. You know, it's Pep reinvents the game. I do think that it is the end of that era, But more importantly, going forward, it is important to be a bit more understanding that managers are actually made by great players.
Yep.
Not the other way around.
Okay, so let me just
So I
start
don't know
off
if you
with,
wanted to.
I wanted to follow, but IBK no
let,
agree.
let me start off with what Pep has done over the years, and saying that his era is done. I think I disagree with that, because Pep is someone I was even surprised
I don't
when
think he said the era is done.
No,
He said the dominance of Man
it's,
City.
Now I
it's
still
still
maybe
it's still it's
understand
still
it
almost
easy.
the same, it's still almost the same thing. So you look at Pep at Barca. After first 3 years, he dominated everything, and the fourth year was a real struggle. Like the players that were doing it easily, they were not grinding out results as they should.
What was the reason for the struggle?
And that's what I'm saying, that the thing about Pep's setup is it demands so much from players, and in the end, the players become maybe too used to victories or wins, and the coach becomes tactically exhausted as well. And in his press conference when he was leaving Barca, I remember he mentioned the fact that he was exhausted. The job was just a tough one for him. You can't keep these guys at A level always, especially when you know that you win trophies almost every year. Then he accepted
Go as the ones that are not winning them.
then he accepted and left. He went to Bayern as well. He spent about 3 years at Bayern. The same thing happened. At the final season, he tried to win the Champions League, but realized that these players couldn't, get what, or they've done what he wanted them to do over the years, but they were just unlucky not to win the Champions League. Then he felt that he couldn't get much from them anymore, and he accepted that fact and went to City. So my biggest surprise, to be honest, was that I've always said that Pep is someone that I don't think he would spend more than 4 years in a club. When I started seeing him 5, 6, even the 7th one, signing contract extension, I knew that this is not the Pep Guardiola I know.
Okay.
The Pep Guardiola I know would accept that there will be a time that I cannot get so much from these boys anymore, and I also will be exhausted, and I need to leave that job.
I want to. I promise you. No. I promise you. I promise you. I'm gonna. When I say short, it's short.
Yeah.
One thing IBK conveniently left out, right, is that Pep packed his bags and left Barcelona when there was competition.
No, there has always been competition.
No. Look,
there has always been competition.
You had your take, right? So the winning. So why? So
Always be competition.
the winning was dominating everything. Mourinho came, set the country on fire.
Bro,
literally.
you beat him 5-0
Right.
in the first game. What do you mean there's always a competition?
Set the country on fire, and after a season, they came back, won the most points, and Pep packed his bag and left. Right. So you can spin it the way you want to spin it, but I choose to see it the way I want to see it. Right.
I think Pep and Mourinho did 2 seasons or so.
Yeah, together. Yeah.
Or was it only one?
Two seasons.
Two,
The first Mourinho season.
I was even thinking it was up to 3. But
No,
it was
just
two.
two.
It was two.
The first season, the 5
It was
He packed
million.
his
two.
bags and he left.
He
And
did
because
not
of exhaustion,
And left.
he
Right.
didn't have as much dominance as he used to.
Right.
That's what I'm.
So you go to Bayern Munich, right? The conditions are not this nonsense that company is doing. The conditions are prime for success.
Yeah.
I think that Pep is a smart guy. Smart guy. You know why I think he's smart? The guy takes jobs that enhance his talent, his given abilities.
And you
you
can't.
understand?
This is not knocking him.
Honestly, you can't
Please
knock him. You
understand.
can't knock him
Please
for
don't
that,
knock him.
right? Basically, what I'm saying is that he takes jobs in conditions.
He knows
that,
what he's doing. He
No,
goes in.
it
So,
is
hold
more
on,
of
hold on,
him
hold on now.
understanding
Hold on
the
now,
setup.
IBK,
Yes,
hold on.
now that's what I say. He's not knocking
saying-
him.
I'm saying-
They're saying.
Okay.
Pep takes jobs in conditions that are almost impossible to fail. Right?
What he needs to succeed, he takes the jobs that he knows that everything that
Provide
he
him
needs to succeed will
with
be
the
available
tools
for
for
me.
him to succeed.
Now,
So-
person
And that's
go,
not a knock on him.
I just
now person go trophyless for Bayern.
Right. So
Continue.
you go on to where I give Pep the most credit, and I actually is more credit to Pep. No, actually, I give credit to Pep, but I also take away from Klopp. Is that in those 2 years where you were points away from winning the league, I think you lost it to Man City as opposed to Man City actually, the stats say, of course, Man City, but I think that when you look at the table, there were points in those seasons that Liverpool were actually leading the table. No?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
For me, as a top elite manager, when you lose a lead, right?
It's about you.
It's about you
No,
losing
no more about the other person.
the lead. You understand? Now, Pep has won 4 straight. Hats off to him. Done an incredible job. But I think that that's why when people talk about Klopp, I think it's a great manager. But you surrendered 2 league titles to Pep Guardiola.
No, you can't.
As opposed
He
to
did, my bro.
No, you can't say that.
As opposed
you can't
to
say that.
he did, my
It
brother.
is more of Pep being unbelievable.
Now Pep lose their game.
it's fine,
Now
it's-
Pep
it's fine,
lose
it's fine, it's
Liverpool
fine.
points.
It is more of Pep
Not
being
be Pep
unbelievable.
lose Liverpool points.
It was a season.
but what-
it was
They
a
were
season-
in lead at
It
any
was
point.
it was a
But what
season
if City
Pep
didn't
had
win their own
100
game
points.
too?
guys, let
What?
me
What if City didn't win their own game?
You get-
let me
you get-
You don't understand. They were in.
Let me wrap it
That's
up.
not
What
the
if
100
City
point
don't win
season.
their games?
You are not-
I get
no,
the
let him
point.
Let me wrap it up.
I better wrap it up, Kik. I
Wally,
beg,
mic
I
yourself,
beg.
please.
I better wrap it up.
Let me wrap it up.
Wally, put my
In the
phone up,
two, in the
Body,
2 years that Arsenal have brought a fresh challenge to Man City, they've wilted, right?
Use
no,
their
no.
only example.
See,
Use the only example of
you
Arsenal leading
Yeah.
the table all through the season and then losing it at some point.
Yeah, I'm gonna-
Is that not
You
Arsenal
be-
losing the league?
I've given.
But that's Arsenal losing the league.
If I-
You are losing. You are on
if I-
top of the table
Till
for the
I-
majority of the season.
Till
But
the
the
last
point
3
is-
games of the season.
But the
You
point
understand?
is,
That's
City-
you losing the
that's you
league.
losing
Far
it.
more than City beating you to the league.
City also were not handed 3 points for free.
Oh God!
They also
Oh
played
my
to
God!
win.
What part of everything that we just said
Logic.
is?
Oh, my Jesus.
Are you wait?
If I-
Don't relax before you argue. You don't say you go. I say make I
Okay,
relax
yeah,
for you.
yeah.
You are on top of the table all season, and then few games to the end of the season,
You
you
bottled it.
lose your lead. Listen to what I'm saying, please, before you argue. That is more of you losing the league
Than the other person winning.
this
it.
than this person beating you because of their overwhelming
Yeah.
quality over you. It is more of you losing. You're on top of the table for the entirety of the season.
Gentlemen, I crave your indulgence, right? I crave your indulgence, gentlemen.
You're on
right?
top of the.
Have you seen the story of the marathon runner who ran close to the finish, like to the ribbon, and picked up a mad, hamstring.
Something.
A mad
Another
hamstring.
person came and won.
The other person actually
Now
came,
wait.
realized, and actually pushed him to the title. Pushed him because the person realized that look, if I win, that's fair play, right? But it's more about this guy is going to lose it to me. The gap was incredible.
So-
Not because I am
not
better than
not
him.
because I have done better.
Now that's
Do you understand?
that's just track.
Now, I'm just
the same as
that's just
football.
track, right?
I get.
But
I
I'm
get.
trying to tell
relax
you
now.
because it
I never
seemed like
talk.
it seemed like there was a difficulty in you understanding.
Let me
You be-
let me
you be-
let me
I
let me
beg.
let's go back.
Maybe
Let's go
Rufai
back
talk, I beg.
to let's go
Rufai,
back
beg.
to this thing.
I
Where I
beg.
will start from is very simple.
Okay.
When Pep first came into Man City,
Yeah.
the team that he met and the team that City has now, which one of those two teams you guys think is better? When he first walked
Team he
into the
met.
door,
The team he
the
met.
team he met,
The team he met.
I know.
He did unbelievable things
Fantastic.
with the team he has built now.
fantastic.
But the team he met was better.
So the reason I said that is because I don't think in Pep's career he has ever had a team that's this bad. I don't think he's ever had a team that's this imbalanced. I don't think
Yeah,
it's ever.
let's go through it. Let's go through it.
Let's go through it now.
Let's go
Because
through it, right?
that's why I asked which of the team, the one he met and this one, which is better.
If I go through
If you go to Barcelona, this is team definitely not close to that Barcelona team.
Sure.
If you go to Bayern Munich, definitely
it,
this is
gets
team.
him where they close to that
You
Barcelona.
understand?
But there's a factor about
So-
continue.
Hey, Charlie.
Yeah, continue. There's
What
a
I
factor.
said was, I don't think in his club career as a coach, he has ever had a team
As bad as this.
that is. You understand? All these other teams are better than this one. So this is the first time that genuinely he is having to navigate the potholes of what can happen to a team. Right? Oh, injuries. Oh, your best players are injured.
Lots of fun.
Oh, whatever. Now,
Player becomes old.
players becomes old. See, we can speak plenty English from now till tomorrow. the actual issue with Man City today is that your best players are now in the twilight of their careers. They are the best. See, I've always said on this show, there is more to winning than just talent. There is talent, which is very important, but there's also that thing that you have built with these players that, you have built the fulcrum, the spine of the team around. Your De Bruyne's, your Fernandinho at some point, your Aguero at some point, you did all that. Now, time to replace them. This decline did not just start immediately now.
Yeah.
It's been creeping. It's been creeping. Now Kevin De Bruyne is not Kevin De Bruyne anymore. You're not going to be able to replace Kevin De Bruyne. Just bring somebody else and then they're Kevin De Bruyne.
It's simply not going to happen.
It's simply not going to happen.
It's like when United lost Paul Scholes.
It's simply not going to happen.
Paul Scholes. It's as simple as that.
So that's where what UB started with. And this is not trolling Pep. It's just I hope
I'm just telling what I'm
people
observing.
would understand more now that you can be a genius manager, you can be, and we've always talked about before this Man City decline started, the best players make the coach, not the other way around, more often than not. It is the best. It doesn't matter what your tactics are, your tactics is this, the players that you have in the team, how good they are, how committed they are to your style of play, those are the things.
How successful you will be.
And Pep always said it himself. It's not like we're knocking him. He said it himself that it's the players. He's all.
Yeah.
So Rufai, I understand where you're coming from, but I'm not entering your boss. Now this is it.
It's not for road now.
Funny thing is that a lot of us have forgotten that Pep's biggest managerial success, the longest time he's had to enjoy success as a manager is this same Man City.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
Pep won a lot of league titles, won the Champions League, won the domestic stuff. And you guys have forgotten that there's a natural law of diminishing return in everything in this life.
So
when you are beginning to think,
okay, wait, what is diminishing now?
That's not. Hold on. A team that has won 4 straight league titles. Where else do you want them to go?
Oh,
to?
so they just decided we're not going to win it again.
That's what I'm saying. That the hunger. That's why I made mention that
you went up bank,
there's this thing.
Pep, last 2 weeks.
That's what I'm saying. That there's this thing Pep understands with his team when he realizes that I don't think I can get anything more from these guys, and that's why he leaves. That's why I told you I was surprised that a normal Pep Guardiola knew already that this team is diminishing and would have left. It doesn't change the fact that he has become less technically gifted.
I thought he was going to leave.
IBK. Can you guys remember when they won the Premier League? I don't know if it's the second one, but definitely not the third one. I think it was the second one, where they were interviewing him immediately on the field during the celebrations. And somebody asked him, it was them Gary Neville and co. And they asked him, how do you keep these players motivated? How do you keep them on their toes? And then he mentioned, they know. We sign quality players, we bring them in, they know that their places are not. I promise you, this thing that you're saying, he knows that the players are diminishing. Pep, that we know before, what he would do is go into the market.
But he has done that.
And he has done that multiple times.
What Pep will do is to leave the club. That's what I'm telling you. What Pep has done in all the 2 clubs he has gone to, he left the club.
So, IBK.
Pep left a team that had Messi, that had Xavi, that had Iniesta, that had Sergio Busquets.
The reason he left Barcelona was not diminishing returns. So Barcelona still won a lot after him.
No, you're not getting
left because of competition.
No. There are levels of success.
He left because of competition.
There are levels of success. Hold on, brother. There are levels of success you attain in life, and it will only take so much for you to continue on that level.
So,
guy, Pep made a Barcelona team.
Himself is in diminishing return.
Hold on.
His tactics.
He was tactically exhausted. Yes, he was tactically exhausted. Why don't you? I said it here.
Pep said it's going to be difficult to
brother. You are a hypocrite. Brother, he was. I said it here. I
have my point. Let me center both your points. What you have said is that Pep gets to a point where, as opposed to
his teams, he walks away. Right?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
He has done. He did that at Barca.
Using 2 points together. You're saying the players are...
Relax now. So you're saying that what Pep normally does is walk away, as opposed to what?
Because he himself is
No,
diminishing.
Right now, let Abike make the point. What are you saying? I want to get what you're saying.
So
Just say. Don't explain it. Just say it. What are you saying?
Yes.
he has won so much with the team,
Right.
and there's really nothing more to motivate them.
Right.
It happened at Barca. He knew that there was nothing he could do again.
Okay.
He humbly left the job.
Right.
The same thing at Bayern.
Right.
He knew that there was nothing he could do with them again.
He left the
He
job.
left. The 4th Premier League title, I felt that was the season Pep should have left.
So why didn't he leave?
That's why I'm telling you that I'm surprised
Okay.
because a normal Pep will know that
Abike, stay with me
just
now.
like Klopp did. Okay, brother.
Stay with me now. You guys.
Brother, I deal with you, brother.
Stay with me. So basically, Pep leaves the team when he can't do anything again with the team.
when he has achieved success and he knows that the next step is a diminishing
motivation
returns.
again
Yes,
for the
Right.
players.
Yes.
You agree with that, right?
yes.
You agree with that, right? What I'm telling you is that whilst I hear that, my observation is that Pep leaves when the conditions that make it impossible to fail no longer exist.
No, that's wrong.
Hold on.
That's not
Hold
what
on.
I'm
Hold on.
saying.
Hold on.
That's
Yeah.
wrong.
IBK.
Hold on.
You see now, you're telling him.
Hold on.
If you are saying this, that means you.
IBK, I will let you
Hold on
continue.
now.
IBK, relax. Let him
Okay,
continue.
let's
So
talk
why
about it.
did Klopp
IBK, let him
leave?
continue.
Why did Klopp leave
IBK, let him
Liverpool?
continue.
Hold on.
Why did
hold
Klopp
on.
leave Liverpool?
Hold
Klopp
on.
and Pep
He said he was
are two
exhausted.
different-
It's the same reason. He said he was exhausted.
Hold.
IBK.
Can you hold on?
IBK.
Right.
Okay.
Because you are going. See, you have to realize when you start making a point and you're now going around in circles. You have said the same thing. You are now saying the same thing over and over again. There's no point for you to repeat it. I hear what
Okay.
you're saying. Right. At Barcelona, Pep left when the first sign of trouble came.
No, there's always been signs.
Yes,
of
I
trouble.
agree. You said that. Yeah, I've heard you. Right. The first sign of trouble came. Jose Mourinho came. First season, he overpowered it. Second season, Mourinho, 100 points. Most goals scored, everything like that. All records broken. Nah, it's not. This is not. It's no longer looking great. I'm leaving. Packed his bag and left. Went to Bayern Munich. Right. Went there. Won league titles, which is, as you know, normally for Bayern Munich, didn't achieve the objective. And I was like, you know what? I'm going
Why
to
am I gonna win here
I'm not going
again?
to win here again. I'm going to take a sabbatical. So basically, I haven't achieved the objective.
And not only taking sabbatical already, the deal with City was already
made, right? The reason he didn't leave City, in my opinion,
Where's he gonna go?
where's he going to go to?
That's gonna provide him that kind of
No.
situation. The
Right.
only place is maybe Real Madrid, and he's never gonna go there.
So two things,
So
right?
IBK, see,
So you have to have the ability, right, to
you
foresight a little bit. It's either he retires, and he has said he's not going to go back to Barcelona because the job there is difficult than at any point in time, right? So it's either he retires.
Why do you think so?
Hold on. Either he retires, or he goes and takes the Brazil job, or the England manager's job, which has now been taken. Basically, Pep has maxed out the condition, the places that
the
have
type
the
of jobs
conditions
he
that
normally
that
takes.
he can go to. See,
No,
so when
Okay.
a guy like I promise guys, I don't want to make it a Jose Mourinho conversation, right? But when a guy like Klopp, Jose Mourinho, Ancelotti, who are of course managers, right, go to Everton, right, to manage, and has a rough
There's
time
a challenge there.
right?
Yeah, let me take the challenge.
He has done it because he's not looking for the metrics of the perfect
He
conditions.
just took the challenge.
He's going
it's a
there
challenge. Let me
to
go.
try
IBK,
and manage
relax.
the football team. The word is
As
managed.
Guardiola
IBK, let me lay out. IBK,
As Guardiola
See,
speak,
IBK,
we
let
expect
me
him
lay
to
out.
go
He's
to-
got
to go to
Guardiola more
Everton.
successful than Carlo
IBK.
Ancelotti.
IBK, let me lay out
Guardiola
your
is like
point.
the Messi
IBK,
and
wait.
Ronaldo
IBK,
of
wait.
Nigeria
IBK,
jobs
wait.
now.
Let me lay out your point
So,
to you.
That's
I
how
don't
it
see
goes.
how you stay on one point. Let me try and lay out your point to you.
Yeah.
Because I believe that if we have conversations here, we examine which one is more logical. I say, okay, yeah, I hear your point, but I don't think that logically in the real world applies more than this. So when you say that it is the same reason, so what you're saying is we should take your word that it is the exact same reason that made Pep leave Barcelona. That same exact reason is why he left Bayern. And that same exact reason, guess what though? You are telling us that he left for this reason first time, he left for this reason second time. Then the third time, he didn't leave. Even when that reason, one day creep in. But you still don't want to accept that the theory that you were bringing got to City and the theory is no longer working. You still, bro, you are a science student, right? You know the concept of theory, hypothesis, and all these things. Your theory from Barcelona going to Bayern now at City is not working. That means the theory, there's something wrong.
You don't understand it anymore.
There's something wrong. You can't be telling us that this theory must stay, even though you yourself, you are saying, I am surprised he has not left.
Let me just finish up. Let me just finish up what the theory said. Let me just finish up. Let me just quickly finish up. Hold on, sorry, please. Sorry. If Pep probably didn't win anything in his last maybe 2-3 years.
Would he have left?
Hold on.
You know,
I would have said that, okay, maybe the struggles have started. He doesn't know how to motivate the players anymore. But he's still achieving that same success. He's
but now
still,
you talk saying you just surprised.
That's what I'm
saying
saying.
No come
Hold
out
on,
now.
that's what I'm saying.
Why are you
Hold
going
on
front
first.
and
Hold
back?
on. He's still trying to. He could still motivate, or he motivated the boys enough to win the league. Last season, it was a struggle. We all know how they won the league. A normal Pep would understand that struggle. That I don't think these boys can be motivated anymore and leave. That's why I was telling you that something must have happened and not like maybe
your theory is no longer working. That's so it's
maybe,
simple.
but you know, human beings can be convinced.
He should have gone when Liverpool,
won the league.
No, when he competed with Liverpool twice.
Yes.
He should have gone then. But genuinely, I thought Pep would leave City when City won the Champions League.
The treble.
Yeah.
Yes, the
I
treble.
thought that was.
I genuinely thought so.
I thought that was when. But then again, looking at what you
where
guys
is he
said
gonna
now,
go?
Exactly.
Where is he going to
looking
go?
at what you guys said now,
It is
where
about
he going
logic,
to?
bro. Stop holding
Where is he
on to
going?
it.
Where is he going to genuinely?
It's
Where?
logic.
Where? I mean,
It's clear the guy
Knowing fully well that before he left Bayern, knowing fully well that
He
before
had
he
a
left
City
Bayern, the
job.
deal was already done.
exactly. Even
So
before he
your
left
theory is no
Barcelona,
longer working.
before he left Barcelona, Bayern were waiting.
Your theory is no longer working, my
So
bro.
then again,
It's not like we don't hear you, but your theory stopped at some point and stopped working.
I think.
So what are we going
I
to do?
think that was
But
why he
you
signed
know,
a contract extension.
Exactly.
I think that was why
Because
he
where
signed-
am I going to
Where am I
go?
going?
And guess what
I mean-
again? And guess what again? All the while you said Pep will know that he can't really get anything out of these players anymore, and then he will leave. But he stayed at City. How? By I will go into the transfer market. We lost
Buy more
Aguero. We
players.
brought in Haaland. I will go into the transfer market. I will bring this. I will go into the transfer market. I will bring this. So, but he knows that he has that luxury. If it's about motivating these players, I can always go into the transfer market and
buy
bring
more players.
So, bro, we have to talk about what theory. Okay, this one is not working. There's a reason why even the transfer market in a shake.
So again, let's wrap it up, right? I want to speak about Real Madrid and signpost what we have seen from Real Madrid, because I think it is important to balance two.
Hello, Nadi. It's not even
Get
that
my family now.
it's not, yeah.
But now you they make am for me, I became go to like this.
Wait,
I became go like this.
no one is select.
let's let you guys in on the joke, right? So during the show, right, Wale takes pictures, right, and every time Wale brings out the camera, he's what I
Get
get.
a post.
I get this.
Shit,
You won't take the picture, come still catch yourself whether the picture is fine. I don't understand.
You be like say when camera phone just came out, and everywhere probably did this. You go hold the camera phone, blink, see if you go see the blink. If you go actually see the blink.
You hold the camera, you can put that on them, they look, they wait. Okay. It makes sense, Daddy. Okay. No. Make
Because they look the camera.
person will carry glass, they carry out this.
No, nobody talks in that they wear glass. But your own, I became go stay. You go like this.
You're gonna look.
I think it was stiff.
You gonna take corner eye. They look. Baba, they want tip your bread. They want tip your bread. I don't understand. I beg.
Anyway, so I think it's important to signpost when we see something.
Yeah.
When the season started with Real Madrid and Mbappe wasn't playing well, we and that's why I think I'd rather do the podcast with you guys.
Yeah.
We because you guys stay as much as possible to speak about things as objectively as possible, take the hypothesis and not make not make finite conclusions on what you're not sure of.
Sure.
And I think Mbappe has arrived.
Mhm.
You know, I think has arrived. And I think the analysis we made at the time was that the kid probably eventually
on top of everything we said,
everything we said. Yeah,
we did say
yeah.
his
Yeah.
talent is too
The
supreme.
talent
He's still going to work out.
It's just too good to not work out, right? And this week I've seen a
But
comment
it was
from.
nonetheless still a risk.
It
That
was,
move he
it,
made.
was, it was a risk, and I think he underestimated the skill of the club.
And how difficult. it
Yeah,
was.
how difficult it was.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I was like, if Vinicius is doing it, I can do it for sure. If Rodrigo is playing there, come on,
Yeah.
I can play there as well, right? But I think this. I thought about this when I read the Rafael Varane comments this week about Manchester United and
Real Madrid.
and Real Madrid,
Very insightful.
and very insightful, right? Not that we didn't know that, but it's
Yeah.
always just good.
It's
to hear
always
it
nice
from,
to hear from
a guy who has been
Right,
there,
yeah, who played
right?
there, yeah.
front
Yeah,
seat,
yeah.
front row
Um,
seats.
Because we talked about this thing, we said look, Real Madrid are an apex football club, and probably said that maybe 4 years ago. But to paraphrase Rafael Varane, and he said, there are things Real Madrid don't speak about, right? Everybody knows what it is.
Yeah.
You're going to work hard, how we sign players, how the players are going to integrate into the club when you sign them, right? They're not going to be responsible for the results, young players, when they come in. These things are things that I knew as a young player when I came to the dressing room. I knew as an old player living in the dressing room, right, how this player's progress is going to go,
Yeah. Fact.
right?
Fact.
And we've seen it play out in the same week. Rahul Varane makes comment. It's not a coincidence that at the 6-month mark, Mbappe has now said, you know what, incubation period over, let's go.
Yeah. So
Right? You're seeing the same exact thing you saw from him at
PSG.
at PSG.
yeah, from a sorry. Okay, go.
No, let it go. Okay.
From an individual perspective, first of all, Kylian Mbappe. I remember saying when people were saying, "Oh, why is he missing so many chances?" And I remember saying that we can, because we know he's Kylian Mbappe and everything that he has done. So we expect that some things will be given. But if you have a player where you've played almost all your life as a left winger, and then you now have to come and play as a striker, there were goals that he missed that people don't. And I remember saying, look, all of a sudden he would need to adapt himself to new angles of shooting. Like, if you are so used to, once I get here, I know where 9 times out of 10 I'll score. Now he's playing through the middle. It might look to us like, you are Kylian Mbappe, you should be scoring. But in reality, when he's playing out, you are in an environment where you're like top player. You will still do relatively well, but you are not as familiar with it as you are with this side that you have always played, right? So now, when you day here, if I cut like this and I go for the first post, the keeper won't expect it. Now you are through the middle. You're going to receive the ball on the right. You're going to receive the ball pass through the middle. You're going to receive it over the top. Now you need to learn new angles of, okay, how do I receive the ball? How do I do this? How do I shoot? And I think that I saw some of his finishes last night, and I felt like, okay, the first goal he scored, the moment the ball came over the top, it felt like it was as if he knew where the goalkeeper was.
The confidence
And then
is
boom,
mad confidence.
goal.
Yeah.
Then I think it was the
second goal.
the third goal.
Was it the third
The
goal?
third goal, the hat-trick goal.
Okay.
The reason the hat-trick goal for me is, important was when he was having his struggles, he missed a goal exactly from that right side where the ball came through. He was directly in front of the goalkeeper, but his angle of shooting wasn't good enough, so the goalkeeper saved it. This time around, received the ball, not as close to the goalkeeper, but he settled down, picked this guy out, and then he just placed it.
I want to ask the question. Is he really playing through the middle?
Yeah.
So no,
he's
playing through the middle.
playing
But
through
what
the
they're
middle.
doing is playing through the middle.
So-
but what they do is
There's flexibility.
there's fluidity.
Yeah.
It's a trick question, right?
Okay.
On paper, he's playing through the middle.
No.
Right.
Even in the game, he's playing
No.
through the middle.
So this is what I observed, right? The players around him have had to pick the
Readjust their
moments,
game.
right, when he plays through the middle, right, and when he doesn't play through the middle, right. What was happening before was Kylian played through the middle so much that the game left him, right. The chances he eventually started missing were down to a lack of ball familiarity, like which Rufai has mentioned, angles, knowing where I am and things like that.
Yeah.
And when it's not rocket science when the penalty shootout is looming, maybe 2 minutes away, and the manager brings on a player, to play the game a little bit and warm up a little bit.
Yeah.
What I found in the first couple of games is that the game Real Madrid could be playing and Mbappe was just there.
No,
Right.
so I hear it, right?
Right.
But I think
And I'll just finish. What I noticed now is that whilst he's arriving in the middle, right, and finishing the chances during the game, he's constantly dovetailing with Vinny.
And even Rodrigo.
And Rodrigo.
you see,
now, what that does for him, more than anything, is it allows him to observe, to see the game from
I'll respond to that and I'll finish.
not from his back to goal, but to understand the flux of the game.
I'll respond to that and I'll
So
finish what I'm
when
saying
he
and then-
realizes, understands the dynamics of that particular game, the movement of the defenders and everything, he now decides, you know what? I see the weaknesses in the team,
Okay.
right? So the first goal, for example, goal center back holds the ball, and plays the long ball, right? He has already figured out exactly, I know where the weaknesses in the team is. So this is my time to go here. If you watch the entire game, there are often times where he actually leaves the middle and just plays away.
So you see,
you
the
evade
thing
that-
is, so you see the thing is, I hear it, right? But in terms of movement, I don't think Mbappe is doing anything different than he was doing. Why? In fact, there was a game. In fact, then there was a clip that they were using to bash him. That why is it that every time? Why is it that every time Madrid are attacking, Bellingham is the one making attacking runs? Why is Mbappe always going around? Why is he looking to go and pick the ball up? Yeah, in number 9. I remember very clearly. So I don't think he's doing a lot different from how he used to move. In my opinion, I think what has happened is he's now more very confident through that middle, right? With his shooting, with his angle, he's more comfortable. And where I was going to finish was I want to start from Mbappe and then go to what Varane said, the whole club. If you take that same Mbappe,
No sleep.
if you
I don't say don't talk about Madrid now. You don't see what they
you
catch
don't
you.
come up for Pep. If you pick that same Mbappe that was struggling from the beginning and you bring him to a big Premier League club, there's a chance he doesn't come out of that struggle that fast. There's a chance he doesn't come out of that struggle at all. Why? For a community, for a country that prides itself as, we are football, we are be all know all of football, we are be all know all
very
of this,
very
this,
little about it.
They actually know very little about player development, about player psyche, about player mentality. The English guys, because
very unforgiving.
you see, if a talent,
They don't know what it takes.
they don't know what it takes
to make top players.
That it is the only reason
And
why
evidence is clear.
it is the only reason why they want to make a Ballon d'Or winner out of a 17-year-old mediocre talent. They haven't even taken the time to figure out if this is a world beater or if this is the moment the player plays 3 games and scores 2 goals, everybody is making noise.
Yeah.
He has to play all the time. He has to play all the time. Like it makes.
And for me, it is on that note. I think that for I wanted to make a rejoinder on the Kylian Mbappe situation, and I'll just before I go to the last one, we leave it
Lee
there.
wanted
is,
to say something.
Yeah, Lee will say something. Yeah, is to rejoin on the point I made about him picking the moments. You see, the goals he has scored are all goals where he's playing through the middle, yes, but he's playing with his face to goal.
Yeah, he's not with his back
to
to goal. Yes, he's not. He's
You
not.
understand?
He's
Which pretty much is the points.
not.
that I
Yeah.
was trying to
So
make.
he's very fluid.
So he can see.
He can hold the ball.
So
and see.
he can hold the ball and see where he's going.
Yeah.
What I observed in the first few months is that he was a lot of
He was trying to play with his back to goal.
and Henry made the point as well. It's a different skill set entirely
It is, yes.
to play with your back to go, right? So the 3 goals, right? He's clearly in a position where he sees everything facing. the entire-
But you come slide. Come on for Jeff.
And I made the point in the
Come on.
I made the point. I made the point in the first game. What happens at the Bernabeu where these players, in the heat of battle, have the temperament to be making jokes?
Exactly.
It's
Exactly.
culture. Like
culture.
It's culture.
level.
It's culture. It's level. Like there are at least 2-4 levels.
See, they are saying Hendrick and Ademola are considering leaving the club. Look, you can be talented. If Ademola was in Premier League and did some of the things he did with,
he gonna play regular
say,
football.
oh, he's the best.
The last one I wanted to
relax
make is off the back of the Varane comment. I think all the young players at United should be worried. I think Kobe Mainoo needs to leave.
Who said that thing here on this show one time?
IBK.
It was you,
Yeah.
If they give Kobe Mainoo like 3 more years, he go turn to Rashford.
I promise you, right? If you take Kobe Mainoo and put him at Barcelona,
bro,
don't finish.
Bro,
you get
everything done set.
You're going to be looking at a player and you're wondering, what are we witnessing here?
Everything done set.
Right. I think Kobe Mainoo, I think he's in the middle of contract negotiations. For me, if for the kid's career, right, I think the kid needs to leave.
The environment is not
allow
right for young players.
Allow the club get itself back. There's something LD posted a couple of months ago, and I'll send it to Wale so Wale can put it. Wale, please remind me, I beg. He spoke about culture will always gut strategy.
Yes.
Easily. Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Culture would eat strategy.
That's why I see Mikel come out every week.
When Barca they struggle that year, when they joke, when they talk anyhow. Wait till I tell
you.
You don't.
Who they struggle?
When I see they struggle.
Top of the league, they struggle.
Now they struggle.
And top of the league, when I go talk next week, come back second.
Not be level on point. Not be level on point.
Not win the league.
Top of the league, they struggle.
Make it win the league.
They
Top of the
play.
league, Joe show off who only the next week.
I don't tell you say Madrid know they win back-to-back leagues. Go check them. I don't talk them since.
If they win, I make you go beat them.
They know they win back-to-back. They know they win now.
And make you try to catch them for Champions League.
Now that one was pass. The only team we fit jam Madrid now, na Barca.
Okay.
The last time we don't meet, every time we dey jar them.
Okay.
Who be Madrid? Which Rudiger? If you see Yama, you go they shake like all the time they say. The culture is good. They joke. They see Man City player. Say they joke.
Champions League is different.
Can't joke for a classic.
That Rudiger is a tout. You see where Croatian boys they do small this thing. You go for there.
Yeah, now. See Hendrick now. They don't bring and come from Brazil. They just say you they play 9 for Madrid immediately. Look, if you are a talent like Yamal and you come in, there are some generational talents. 17, 18. Even that Yamal as is such a supreme talent, you still need to protect him.
See how Fati.
Or else
where Fati today now.
I wanted to make a comment about Antony, right? I think again it's important to give people flowers, right? I think obviously Batiste is Real Batiste, right? But the stats don't lie, right? The kid has been.
But it's too early now. It's just
3 games, 3 man of the match award, bro. Easy.
You know what makes the stats important? You know what makes the stats important, right?
You've seen it more time.
Sure.
Lamine Yamal and co have not had as much man of the match performances.
I just reached there.
I'm just the stats
it,
don't lie.
For person we never even win
in 2025. In 2025, right?
Yes.
His numbers are the best. Now, of course, it's just 3 games. Now, the problem I have with him, right? It's not a problem actually. It's just a reservation I have is, just got there. Don't give interviews. Just keep playing. I seen him. He says,
now you talk, say this thing feel no last.
Allah enjoy.
Make him milk out now.
Maybe
you go take her and get Barcelona transfer.
I seen him say things like, I found my happiness.
Hey, nah.
Relax.
Hey, you don't find happiness.
It's like sexy.
These players truly they jump the gun.
It's like sexy. You
But
arrive at the club.
When do they play? When do get joy for man?
Relax, so. You arrive at the club. Nobody, I say yes. I mean, have 9.5. That
9.5.
Okay. What is the point of that interview that Antony has given? I feel happy now.
Because it's like you just leave a relationship, and because you just meet babe now, she don't cook for you. You don't. You never see the first adversity for this new relationship.
You cannot. It's like it be
but
like
you know say this thing now too waiting.
Go like 2 or 3 games. May no see goal score.
This thing.
Be like when you go mechanic.
May you make one. Make the coach bench you. May we see.
All of us came in IBK's car. Mechanic repair your car, give you finish, give unto you. In the first 2 weeks, I promise you,
You
you,
know
don't
they
trust
have
the guy.
you.
You never did sure say the thing set.
You must check him.
You go to fire, you go to look am.
Or they call service your AC for house.
You go to check am.
Service your AC for house.
You dey suspect.
If you be like say the thing they cool well before, the cooling come reduce, you go look am.
This you call there say, bro,
Because you never trust am.
this guy's fool.
Then just do am now.
You know,
Me Antony, you calm down.
Make him
relax.
May you go like 10 games.
He
in
needs
years.
Play.
The thing is, and some of them too, they put unnecessary pressure on themselves.
Because you're preparing yourself now.
You are putting unnecessary pressure. See, what you need is you're not going to score every game.
Yes,
I have
You
found my
just need
joy.
to sustain, relax.
Yeah, find your
Like
joy.
that idiot Sancho, go on that person, come and say freedom.
Yeah, freedom.
Who handcuff you
But
before?
make I no lie you, bro. Waiting Man U players the experience now. If you just they don't
No, there's a spiritual attack.
they don't release they don't release
I see what I'm saying.
if they don't release you from prison before.
Let me tell you.
Maybe
let me tell you.
maybe
What do you
you
want
dey-
to find go prison?
I tire.
No, guys, this is what I'm serious.
No,
Remember
maybe you dey-
the example where they talk.
Yeah,
That-
So
I
you
don't
so
go-
they don't
you
go carry
say
go
that
play.
it is a spiritual problem. The one man.
don't be spiritual
No. See, there is a spiritual.
You be like Aso Rock. You be like Aso
The
Rock.
cloud. The
There is
spiritual
a
cloud.
cloud.
That book
They
where
can't spell on now.
that book where you
Yeah.
about to write about Aso Rock.
See, eh,
Leave
like-
me with
You love me write the
with
book.
Miriam.
leave me. Why are you bringing all these people names? All these names up? Eh.
Leave me alone. You understand? You get.
But I don't trust him. Anything wrong.
But
with
anyway,
Man
so
That is spiritual about Man U.
that's that with that. Any other Champions League
I thought-
club we're missing
okay.
out on? Do you want to make a point?
I thought you wanted
No,
to
no,
talk
no,
about
no, it's
Mbappe or
fine.
Madrid at the time.
Right,
Oh, okay,
right. So with Champions
PSG
League,
does the press breast
no, leave
anyhow.
those ones. Those ones.
They
Those
see,
ones
they
don't
see
see-
free
You
breast.
don't see who they go press.
They go reach quarter final,
But
semi
more
final,
like-
they
but
find
more like,
goals.
you know, see now we dey criticize Lucho, like start of the season.
Mm.
I think he has
Who be Lucho?
settled down.
Enrique.
Enrique.
The criticism
I think
is still
he has
there.
settled
Oh,
down.
you don't
No,
call
no,
him
no.
Mikel like
The-
Arsenal fans.
No,
The
now
criticism
Lucho
is
would
still
they call
there.
him right from time. Now Lucho would they call him right from
The
time. Yeah.
criticism is still
I don't
there.
know, so
How?
they change numbers.
That one now you come out that criticism we will criticize that.
Let's-
Bro,
Me,
let's see
I
what
never
he
come
go
out.
for.
Baba,
Let's
he
see what
has
he go
had
do for
the
quarterfinal.
last 2 months have been fantastic. For
Fantastic
PSG.
how?
Guy and Dembele.
They are in the Champions League playoffs. They played playoffs.
That's what I'm saying, last 2 months. That's the last 2
There are
months.
two managers, right?
They
That's
played
like- that's like I
playoffs,
said
my
last-
guy.
That's I said last 2
There are
months.
two managers that have come from the same cloth.
What's he gonna do
Right.
at PSG
Two
if not
managers.
top the league?
Luis Enrique and Ten Hag. You see, the same
See,
material where they take cut Ten Hag.
See, let me tell you.
And
Ah,
it
they
cuts.
call
See,
it
let me tell you.
Enrique.
Now that Varane has even spoken, that Ten Hag, they should truly should actually arrest him.
Interpol supposed carry her.
Bro, did you hear what Varane said?
14.6
Varane said,
million.
did you hear what Varane said? That
They
it
thought I was
feels
going
like
to leave.
no. Varane said it feels like he deliberately would enjoy using a senior player in the dressing room as an example.
Well, you're paraphrasing, but
Yeah, paraphrasing.
you know, you're obviously understanding the context of what he said.
Yeah, because me, I talked about before.
Yeah.
Say this boy,
So-
this man,
But no be only him be the problem. Now, Amorim himself, see what's in the face.
Amorim just start. That precision Amorim
He
did.
just
I
start.
don't have
He go
any-
use- he
see,
go use
I don't
2
have
years
any
now.
negative thoughts about Amorim
yeah.
just yet.
Yeah.
Same thing
Zero.
where
So-
happened to
zero.
Harry.
I don't.
So what is happening to Amorim now? And I think it's good we mentioned this. But what's happening to Amorim now is
Now the spiritual problem for Man U.
Ineos are the reason Amorim is struggling.
Ah, God.
And I'll tell you why.
It's life.
I'll tell you why.
Yeah,
I think
that's
that Amorim is cut from the cloth of system managers, right?
Mhm.
And that's just what the times have given us, right? That
In fact, I can even argue that
Everything on
probably
system
system
now.
managers. I think everybody be system managers,
Yeah,
more, but
Yeah.
some more than
some more than most, right? And,
Yeah.
and we made a good point last week with Mecca as
system
well.
manager. By the time you see 3-0,
Right.
you go change.
So
He will change system like 3 times.
I
In
think
game.
I think that why I think Ineos are the problem have put Amorim in a situation where he should not be in was number one, the lack of understanding of football, of what it would take to run a big football club, is quite evident.
it's
When you watch the
But some
Madrid-
Man U fans no go.
when you
agree
watch
with
the
this thing.
when you watch the Varane interview, right, and he says at Madrid, you know who is making the call.
off the
You know why he's making the call. I think that Omar Berrada, the guy who is the CEO, did a brilliant work with Man City. Should have understood the simple requests of Amorim. Can I take this job in the summer?
at the end of the season.
Right? Can I take a job in the summer? But that's actually step 2 of me deciphering the problem. Step 1 is, why did you allow Ten Hag to stay on the job?
On the job.
right?
First.
Now the money now.
I don't think it's the money.
No. It's a call that doesn't make football and business sense, right? Now, what you could have done is allow the guy to stay on the job, but don't give him any contracts. Let him run out his contracts, right? If you're that quote unquote everything you're saying in the media, you're trying to cut expenditure.
You left him on the job and then you not give him any contract.
Give him any contract. You're sending by 1 year, which has now meant that you've fired players, fired people in the club, redundancies and things like that. You paid him 14.6 million pounds, right? So that's a step one. Step two is that when Amorim asks, like, can I do this job in the summer? All you need to do is sign a pre-contract with him.
Exactly.
And allow the guy finish his job with Sporting Lisbon.
If this guy in Rude is going to finish the season, let him finish
the season.
Exactly.
Right? Because
right off the season already.
Because guess what? Rude was having good results. But again, people come out
anything could have happened. But let him finish the season.
Yeah, but people come out and say, you know what, being revisionist. That's fair.
Right? Put this manager in
just put this manager in
the line of fire.
Somebody say, Amorim, leave bank job, go open POS. You understand?
People
You could have gone unbeaten.
But even that Sporting side, they struggle. Like
So I can say to
score again.
Bro, I can say to some degree, and I'm not saying this is right, but I'm just saying my opinion. They bullied him into taking that
Yeah,
job.
they bullied him into taking the
Because
job.
they told him if he doesn't take it now, the job is no longer there.
It's gone.
So they bullied him into taking the job.
So the kid has come into the job, right?
Now kid, you call him.
He's 40, right?
Oh, you're
You know?
not my channel.
They go off mic one.
No, the guy has come to the job and he's looked at him and said, you know what? I'm gonna start the way I want to start, right? I'm not gonna compromise, and that's a choice that he wouldn't have had to make.
You know what you be?
Yeah.
If Amorim decides today that, you know what, I'm going to switch it over.
They start winning.
We'll play 4 at the back. We'll play this. I don't even think they will start winning. You know why?
They'll start winning for a bit.
For a bit.
Win. Yeah.
Exactly, for a bit. And then it goes out again.
Back.
You know why? Because, you see, this 3 at the back.
Because it's not about the 3 at the back.
It's not about the 3 at the back.
You're treating the symptoms.
You understand?
Not the problem.
It's not about the 3 at the back. My brother, this 3 at the back, if you execute it with not just with the right players, but players who know what their role is. Yeah. Remember that you don't feel beat them.
I want you to go to the Mecca video, and maybe Wale will put in the clip, right? Because Mecca is part of the podcast, right? Maybe you could put a bit of where he was explaining. The system at the moment is working in total reverse to how it is meant to work, right? And for me, I went back to the Conte. I didn't want to take Mecca's word for it, and I've thought about this a couple of times, right? But it's good when people do great work and you can signpost their work. The Conte season, when Conte joined Chelsea, right? Conte tried to play the 4 at the back system, right?
Yes.
But you see, the 3 at the back system is a principle-based system. Mm-hmm. It's not necessarily about the formation.
It's not necessarily about the 3
materials. You actually need materials.
Right, materials. But again, it's principles. It's not about I get 3 for year. It's the principles of what we do in this shape.
In this shape.
But they catch them second season.
Do the players, do they understand?
And now we talk so now. Now we talk so.
But then catch Conte second season.
In the Premier League now, they catch everybody.
But you see, the
Premier League.
You can catch me after I've won.
Yes, now. The Premier League, they catch everybody.
If I don't win,
make Amorim win first.
I see one skit where one guy like that for room. He sleep for room. He wear watch. He keep watch for a scene. Somebody put stick. He using for nights. Using touchlight on me. See put this thing. He carry the watch. Come outside. This guy wake up. See, collect the phone immediately. Say, what's gonna happen? The guy say, I beg, bros. If you return my phone, back I return. Say, iPhone 13.
How much I watch?
Yeah. I don't win. You don't catch me. You know wahala. But I have to win first. But anyway, that's what I think has happened, right? So touch base on Real Madrid, touch base on Man City, and a bit of Manchester United as well.
Title race.
I mean, we can talk about Liverpool for 10 minutes. We have card space now.
The game is okay.
Time. Let's do 10 minutes.
Let's just.
No? Let's 10 minutes. Yeah. I read an article about on and this is the few times
after I lose.
Liverpool no go lose again.
When Mark Ogden writes an article.
I go lose.
And he said, look, this week is very important for Liverpool because it's either the Everton game was a blip or it was an indication of what the rest of the season could look like. And I think that, true to his word, it's now an indication that the team, they're feeling the tension of keeping the lead.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I agree because at the end of the day, you are going to feel the tension, right? This probably will be the block of fixtures that will be most crucial for them. Because
and you know why I say that? When Salah scores the first goal for Liverpool, right? You see, there's something about fighting somebody that has something to lose.
Mm-hmm.
When people have things to lose, they fight more defensively.
Yeah.
Easily.
Right?
Instinctively.
They fight more defensively, right? We have a goal now. All of a sudden, Liverpool just stopped playing.
Yeah.
And if you watch the Everton game as well, it was the same thing. They stopped playing to a degree that now instructed the other team.
Other teams to have a
So
go at
it
them.
feels like
To
they're
have
not
a go
going
at
all
them.
out.
You know,
It feels like they're not going all out.
Because
Yeah.
I'm thinking, and obviously we can all be here and criticize Darwin Núñez, but I think the pass to Darwin Núñez is a good pass, but it's hard to execute it.
No, it is. People,
It's
people
hard-
make
it's
noise
hard to
about that, but
execute
it
You
is
understand?
hard to
The
execute it.
the defender has
actually.
made up enough ground. It is
the,
more
the,
about
the most he could have done that would have given a better chance. So cut the guy.
It's cut. It's cut. It's
If
cut.
you
it's
cut the
goal
guy,
back.
that defender
or,
slides away.
or he slides as well.
You know.
So-
You
Exactly.
understand? But again,
See,
Darwin
my
Núñez
own
is
is-
scapegoat for.
My own is when you are on your way to winning the title like that, these games would happen. I don't think anyone, except maybe for City, would go to 10 games, 13, 14 left in the season and go win.
Except City.
I think only City.
That idiot City.
You understand? When you are on your way to winning the league, these sort of things would happen. You would have games where what you need to now do, and I think Liverpool have done that in the last, 3 games against Everton. They probably could have, dropped more than 2 points. Against Wolves, they probably could have lost.
They lost against Man U.
Man U. And then against Aston Villa as well, last night. Even though they could have won as well because they had chances to win the game.
Yeah.
So I think games like this would always happen. But ultimately, for the City game, that's what I personally feel like they will win that game
No, big City.
easily. Because the games they will find difficult going into winning the title will be these games of teams that are also fighting for things.
mid-tables or bottom
Fighting relegation. They want to make top 4. Those kind of teams. Because those teams will just come and say, oh, okay, Salah, they say, okay, we'll sit here and then we'll hit you on the counter.
Yeah.
So
And those kind of teams can go and win you 2 or 3.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
why I think this period is very delicate and very, very important for Liverpool is because, like you said, you play against a team that is mostly battling relegation, and Man United, all these other teams
You
again.
just say
I
Man
think
United.
they line that thing up.
Man
Just
United
make it
battling
for
relegation.
I promise that's all I wanted to say.
I swear to God, that's all you wanted to say.
That's all I wanted to say.
I
The rest,
swear to
the rest
God,
now.
that's all.
rest
IBK, I feel swear on anything. That's all you wanted to say. IBK, see, Mole bet anything. See.
The rest now.
So see, got me to
There's
rest
no
of
need. There's no need. There's no. The rest now no need. No need.
IBK, odi yawo. Ọlọ́run, odi tell me.
But it is better to be more conservative when you have a lot to lose. I think that the pattern they've been using since the start of the season is good. But my fear is when you've only lost one game
In
all through the
24
season.
games.
Now the fear of not losing first is a problem.
Mhm.
I think it was Mourinho that was saying that you rather lose 2 games than draw.
Yeah, draw.
3 games. of
No,
four.
rather lose 1 game than draw 2 games.
There is reality that you've lost already.
Yeah.
So it gives you that confidence of let's go all out.
It's a brilliant.
Yes, now, because
it's a brilliant point.
Yeah, because if
you're
you draw
trying to hold
2
on.
2 games, that's
Yeah.
2 points.
Yeah.
If you lose one and win one, that's 3
but
points.
I think what teams are also
just to it's a brilliant point IBK makes in the sense that when you see in the chase for a title, the only thing that is important is winning the title, right?
Yeah.
Not the
Not how,
not the sub records in
Yeah,
between
we
the
won
season,
15 back to
That
back.
comes
You know,
later.
we won.
Baba win league
After
first.
this.
And I think that with Slot being the new manager as well, he's also of course not been in this position before with
Yeah,
Liverpool.
it will be under
Right.
pressure too.
So he's under a bit of pressure, and he's not able at the moment to because again, the reason he has won this much is that he's a great communicator, right? Not just to the media, but he's been able to communicate his ideas firsthand to the players, and they
players.
executed it.
Yeah.
But the problem now is that because he's not been here with Liverpool before, he is conflicted. How do I tell the players that we need to continue playing games per, play per game.
In fact, he
Right.
probably in this moment, because of what
Right.
you just said, he would need Van Dijk and Salah more.
Yeah, just
Than
just,
his
just,
tactics.
just play one.
He
Just
would
play
need
one
them
game.
more than his tactics.
Right.
They've been
Because
their
the team they're
experience,
thinking
yeah.
they're thinking too many things. They're thinking about Arsenal. You're thinking about the next couple of games. You're thinking about the run we've just had. Just play the game in front
Play
of
the game.
you,
Just play the game.
right? Play the game in front of
Play the
you,
game.
and let the rest take care of itself. And I think that because they're playing maybe 2 games simultaneously. Oh, what the Arsenal?
In fact,
So I think that's what's happening. Yeah.
I think also because the opponents now can sense that the fear factor is no longer, with the Liverpool team. I think they are no longer strong defensively, like they were like 10, 15 games ago. Liverpool hardly conceded 2 goals.
yeah.
But now I think it is getting to them. There you can now sense that if we have a go at them,
Yeah.
that we can actually get something out of this game.
They're the ones. You see, Joe Carragher made comments about in the Istanbul final, right? That at 3-1 or 3-2, right? I think what Gerrard told him, you could see it in their eyes that
Yes, now.
The equalizer don't come.
they've lost. They've
Yeah.
lost
Yes,
the
now.
game.
They've lost the game.
Madrid always know too
Yes, now.
that these guys
Yes,
they are
now.
better than us now.
That's
right?
why when you see a player
we
that's
scored-
not mentally tough, you know.
we scored that
Yeah.
game. We scored that goal, and like Madrid know that.
You know now.
Like
They know we're coming. They
I
know
didn't
we're
mention
coming.
Tomori like this.
it's
Exactly.
the same thing that happened.
So basically,
We cannot talk, sir.
they are the ones that transmit
That energy.
vibration
Yeah.
to the
To
team.
the other
the
team.
team.
I was very surprised that they scored Villa and Villa equalized
Almost immediately.
Yeah.
Liverpool.
Then
it go hard
Villa had
before
a
it go-
second goal
They
immediately.
even scored third. I think it was VAR.
Well, yeah, Villa.
Oh,
I
chill.
mean, if you draw Man United, title chasing team, draw United team struggling, I think that can also send a message to other teams that if United can score 2 goals
The
against
relegation
against
battling
Liverpool-
United. Say
against
Ocean is
Liverpool, we
struggling.
can also do
That game-
do the same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, second half of the game against Wolves totally, dominated.
Dominated it. Yeah.
The game.
Wolves, my
So,
God.
Unai Emery will sit down like, Wolves, a struggling Wolves.
But they will beat City, Sha.
And
I
I
am
don't
almost
think
certain
they'll
of
beat
that.
City.
They will beat City.
That game is this weekend, Abi.
Yeah,
this
Sunday.
weekend. I don't think they will beat
I
City.
can
I'm
make,
almost
I,
certain
I,
of
I,
it.
I, can,
For
I, can,
Etihad.
I can make a call,
Yeah.
right? They'll beat City. Not convincingly, but easy. No, I
For
think
Gakpo,
Yeah, I think Cody Gakpo
City's
missing
game
out the
would
last
be
2
would
games
be the
also
the
contributed.
easiest game for them.
No, I think
in
this
the run.
City game will be the
How many,
easiest
how,
game.
many,
for
how
them.
many, what's Liverpool's run? Can you put it up for me? How many games are they playing? Next 5 games.
So they played Villa. So they played Villa. They're playing City. They're playing Newcastle. I think they're now playing Southampton in between that. Then they now play. They play Southampton. I think you guys are playing Everton again.
Right,
Oh.
open your
No,
phone.
no, no, no.
Not-
They
nothing is
are
easy,
done with
bro.
Everton.
Home
They're
and
done
away.
with Everton. Yeah, they're done with Everton.
Nothing is easy.
Okay.
Now.
Oh,
Stop now.
They are playing them again now. Network. They do
No,
that.
make
They are playing Everton again. So now they play Villa. So it's City, Newcastle, Southampton, Everton.
But
But the team is
So-
all this one when they talk.
Right.
You know, we say that.
It be like say, I never see the weakness where they did City team. Madrid
City are too
played
weak.
them.
They can-
Chouameni in midfield, Bellingham in midfield, and Ceballos.
that-
The only reason- the only reason
is gone,
City-
but
The only reason City are not
out of the
are
top
not,
four.
are not currently around 9th or 8th or something like that is because of Haaland's goals.
There's a better
Probably
weakness.
because other
What-
teams
see,
around
when
them
you-
are
no,
also
no,
not consistent.
No, when you have a team,
Yep.
any team that has a player that scores 20 goals,
Omo, it will
Right.
take you places.
bro.
Don't worry.
You know what 20 goals is?
It will take you places.
So anyway, that's that with that. What have we not touched on? Have we left anything we haven't touched on?
Fixtures for the weekend.
Predictions
No.
and we move.
I think we can.
Asian and the Cup too.
We can do that some other time, right? Anyway, I want to thank you, gentlemen, very much indeed, right,
Yep.
for making it through. It's been an incredible week, and we hope to see you next week as well. Part 2 of the
Sorry, they say part two. What if you don't drop out?
of the
What if
Afro.
you don't get sense like that?
It will drop at the right time. It will drop at the right time, right? Anyway, thank you very much, guys, for all the comments and everything like that. We'll see you very soon. Bye bye.
I don't talk my own.